So I recently got this 3D printer, and I will be making a 3D printing business from scratch with no idea what I am doing to save up for my dream car. This is the car we are trying to get, the 240SX, which goes for around $15,000 to $20,000. Now, you guys are probably wondering why I am doing this. And aside from all the politics stuff, making travel content very risky, I liked the 240SX for a while now, and it's one of my favorite cars. It's not like my number one favorite car, but if I tried to get my number one favorite car, that would be very, very impossible to get with 3D printing alone. So yeah, I'm just gonna settle for the 240SX because it's a nice car. I really like it. It's pretty old, but I like old cars since they're not tracking devices on wheels. So yeah. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is going to Walmart, and let me show you guys why. So I plan on taking some photos around here in my room. It's kind of messy, but like, you know, I'm going to be taking some photos in my room, but this isn't quality, so I need some foam boards to hide all of this. So like you only see the product. Like let's say I'm selling this bag. It won't look very professional if you could see all of this. So basically what the foam board will do is hide all of this. So like you only see this, but since this is not on sale and I need this for my high school, it goes back there. So I will be back once I get the foam boards. Alright everyone, it is now the next day and I am on my way back home from the gym. I know I said this video was like day one. I know the title was day one, but I took like 40 attempts to make the intro, which took like the vast majority of the day. So like, you know, I'm just gonna continue the video today. I was hoping to get everything done yesterday. Unfortunately, I couldn't, but hopefully we can get this video done today. Alright everyone, so now that this is done, we're going to design some products. Now, what I could do is go on Etsy, look for a design, and just straight up copy it. But am I going to do that? Of course not. And I could try to get away with like getting some copyright stuff, but I'll get a lawsuit if I do that. I don't want a lawsuit, so I'm not going to do either of those things. All right, maybe I'll take a little inspiration from people's designs, but it won't be like a copy and paste of the same thing. And maybe I might sell a 3D model if the owner is letting people sell it, but I'm only allowed to sell one, and I'm going to avoid that because chances are if the creator is letting people sell it, their designs, likely everyone's selling them. It's a very high chance that literally everyone's selling them. So yeah. Another thing I will not sell are these fidgets because literally everyone's selling them and I just cannot compete. Like, you see this dragon? Literally everyone's selling this. Like, I literally cannot compete with a market that is already overflowing. So this is a no-go. I'm not subscribing to anyone's Patreon. So if I'm not going to be selling anyone's designs, what am I going to be selling then? And to answer that question, I'm going to be selling my own designs. And after watching a bunch of YouTube videos that hopefully are not scams, I probably know what I want to make now. Now, every single video I watched that probably wasn't a scam was saying that I have to solve a problem. So that's exactly what we are going to do. Alright guys, it finally finished printing. So look at how much filament it used. That is a lot of filament. And so basically these holes are way too small, so I'm gonna have to redesign these. However, these holes are just right. So yeah, it won't take much redesigning. However, I'm gonna have to redesign this. I'm hoping it will be the same size though. I spent countless hours on that paintbrush holder. Okay, this is like my 10th redesign of the product already. I swear fit is too big. Tweaking the design. Oh my! Printing it, scrapping it nonstop, over and over again. I swear, I am going to... But every version hit the same wall. It was too big, too small, or required too much PLA. Okay, Adam, calm down. We can't destroy this computer. Not yet, at least. Especially since soon RAM prices will cost more than a car. Like $5,000 for a stick of RAM? I could afford a whole Miata off of Facebook Marketplace for that price. Yo, who the hell is selling a whole tank on Facebook Marketplace? And that's exactly when it hit me. If I kept forcing this design, I'd be stuck in the prototype jail forever, and that 240SX would remain nothing but a impossible dream. You see, we need to go smaller, a lot smaller. All right, I got a new plan that I probably should have started. So I'm gonna start out by selling 3 items in 3 completely different niches. And then I'm going to keep selling the most successful product. And then I will stick to one niche. All right, shout out to this YouTuber. I will leave his video in the description for giving me this idea. But yeah, basically, I wrote down my interests, my skills, and experience. I'm just gonna go over the overlaps. So there is sports, gaming, and photography. Now, because I want to sell stuff that actually solves a problem, I guess we can cross out gaming. Sure, there might be problems that can be solved with 3D printing, but I don't have any of those problems. And I actually want a problem that I personally understand. So I have added a new section called solvable problems. So we can cross out gaming because I don't really have a problem with gaming that would require a 3D printer. Now, one of the problems with soccer and basketball is they're both too big. I know it is possible to 3D print a basketball, but the filament is way too expensive and I do not have the money for that. And sure, maybe I can make a cone dispenser, but that would still be too expensive to make and use up all my filament. And if a product uses too much filament, I will end up spending more money than earning, and that 240SX will never be in my driveway. And now for the problem with photography, and that is I only have 2 cameras, one of which is broken. So let's turn this on. Alright, so as you could see, if you zoom in too far, the whole thing breaks. It won't zoom out. And now I have to force this to zoom back out. Like, it literally won't zoom out no matter how hard you try. And my most recent camera, I am still learning, so there's no point in using that. Damn it, what do I sell? Sports stuff or photography? One I am super good at, but it would be too expensive and not worth it. And the second, I have little to no experience on, and, well, I don't have a lot of equipment for it. I've spent a long time wondering what I should make, and honestly, this was starting to stress me out. But then I realized if I spent too long on prototypes, I wouldn't be able to do anything else. So I had to start way smaller. So I came up with 3 prototypes that are small, fast to print, and very easy to design. So I printed the first prototype. It is supposed to be a wall. It's supposed to be a wire hanger, but I tried to print 10 of them. As you can see, this is not 10. I just split it in half. But I printed them too close together, so now they're fused. So now I have to print it all over again. All right, everyone. So the first 4 prototypes are done, and I'm going to reveal them at the end of the video, so watch till the end if you want to see them. I've decided that for the first 100 orders, I'm gonna put a little thank you note in each one of them, basically to say thank you for helping this business get off the ground. All right, everyone, so I pretty much used up all my filament, as you guys can see here. All of these are basically empty, except for the green. So I got new filament right here, so let's open it. All right, so I got the small Sunlu PLA right here. And I got the big boy PLA. Look at that size difference. Also, I did buy more filament, but that comes next month and I am not trying to wait for that. So, yeah. All right, guys, I got the filament. I'm right next to the 3D printer. Let's load this thing. And after many years of designing, I finally got 3 solid products. I was originally going to make 4, but the 4th one didn't really work out. As you guys can see, I had to scrap it. But hey, that's just part of the process. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys the 3 prototypes I've made. Alright, ignore my printer in the background. I just wanted to see what would happen if I printed 10 of something, which I will explain in a second. Alright, so the first product I got here is this cup holder extender for a car. I'm going to print 3 of these and give these to my friends. I'll post them as shorts, probably I might, so watch out for that, I guess. But yeah, basically it's supposed to fit in your car's cup holder and hold a bigger drink. So yeah, you finally have a place to put that Stanley cup. So yeah, although those already existed, but no one said I had to invent something. And then the second thing, actually I made 2 variants of these. I guess these can count as 4, are wire holders. So you guys probably don't notice anything. However, this is smaller and this is bigger. Basically, these are designed to hold small wires, and these are designed to hold big wires. And they're pretty much designed to hang under your desk with some tape. I guess you could like drill a hole right here. I'll probably go into Blender and add that last second. But like for now, I guess you're just gonna have to buy some double-sided tape, put it here, stick it under your desk, put the wires, and your desk won't be a mess like mine is. And the final product I've made is this spice holder. And the name speaks for itself. It holds spices, basically. Small spice bottles. Yeah. My brother said that these won't sell, but if they don't sell, I guess I'm just gonna have to make more products because I am not giving up. So yeah. But yeah, each one of these was designed for a specific niche. The cooking niche, the electricity niche. Sorry, I'm just making stuff up as I go. This video is largely unscripted, not gonna lie. But that's what you could expect for making an unpredictable video. And the car niche. But yeah, basically, whatever sells the best, I will focus on that niche. And these, like let's say this sells, the others nobody buys, well, I guess they're history. I probably shouldn't do that, but like, yeah, I guess they're history, unfortunately. And I will keep selling this. Same goes for if these sell or this sells, you know. So yeah. Oh yeah, I was going to explain why I was printing 10 of these. silly me, I forgot to explain. Alright, anyways, so the reason I am printing 10 of these wire holders is to see if they would be cheap to make. Also, I wanted to give these to my friends to test if they think it would be good. Also, because I'm actually planning on selling 10 of these in a pack. Like, I'm planning on selling a 10 pack and a 5 pack. So, yeah, that's basically why. Ew, my brain is completely fried. I'm so glad that's over. I mean, most of the time, I was sitting down on my chair doing absolutely nothing, completely out of ideas. So in the next video, I'm going to set up the store because I am exhausted and I need at least a week to rest. Also, sorry if this video was very confusing. This was a very complicated and unpredictable video to make. In the future, I will probably still have no idea what I'm doing, but it'll hopefully be less confusing for you as the viewer. You guys probably have a lot of questions, like how am I supposed to legally open a shop, an online shop, legally if I'm 16? And I have an answer for that. However, you guys are just going to have to wait till the next video comes out, because I'm going to be answering that in the second episode when I make the store. If you guys have any suggestions, feedback, or ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments. I would love to see what you guys think. And finally, if you are enjoying this crazy journey and would like to see if I could turn these plastic prototypes into a Nissan 240SX, then hit that subscribe button and like the video, because it means the world to me and will keep me motivated along this journey. And thank you for watching and have a great day, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.